Hi there. I wanted to go through some more of my records in my classical music collection. And so without further ado, let's get started. I recently picked up this Mendelssohn, All the Works for Piano and Orchestra. It's a digital recording, and I've got to say, you know, this is a really gorgeous sounding album, and the music is very, very great. It's kind of gotten me into like a little Mendelssohn kick right now, where I was familiar with some of the works, such as like the Violin Concerto and some others. I've also listened to some piano music, but I haven't listened too much to the works for piano and orchestra. So I got this not too long ago and I threw it on my turntable, and it was just fantastic and rapturous. So anyway, beautiful, beautiful record, digital recording, and it's really helped me to really appreciate Mendelssohn's music a lot more. Felix Mendelssohn. Next we've got a composer I've always really liked, Prokofiev, Romeo and Juliet. It's a great cover, and it's got a picture of Charles Munch on it conducting the Boston Symphony. Romeo and Juliet with some ballet suites, and it's really beautiful. So, nice black and white picture there. That's the back. Victoria de Los Angeles, who was a great singer, and this is A World of Song. It's got Mendelssohn, Grieg, Brahms, Dvorak, Martini, Hahn, Delibes, and more. The Symphonia of London. Okay, and then next we've got more Felix Mendelssohn, his famous Symphony No. 4, the Italian Symphony, as well as Symphony No. 5, the Reformation Symphony. Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Loren Maazel, on Deutsche Grammophon. Nice label, and great sounding record. Here's the back, it's got some liner notes. Okay. A little disc here of Joseph Haydn's Symphony No. 36 in E flat, Symphony No. 45 in F sharp minor, the Farewell Symphony. Got a picture of Haydn on the cover. I really like Haydn. I really like his music and his symphonies. Okay. Here's a nice record. Stokowski transcribed a lot of Bach's music for orchestra, including the famous Toccata and Fugue in D minor, that organ work. And here he lived in the 20th century. I believe he died, I'm not sure when. But here it is for orchestra. So what's nice is you get a lot of Bach's music. For example, the Chaconne, which is that famous solo violin piece, which is really gorgeous. It's very, very famous. Guys like Heifetz and Milstein played it wonderfully, as well as Segovia played it on the guitar. But here he scored it for orchestra, which is really nice. Preludio from another solo violin partita. Aria from Orchestral Suite No. 3 in D, Little Fugue in G minor, was an organ work. Oh, okay, well, I don't see the Toccata and Fugue here in D minor, but I'm pretty sure he scored that as well. So, that's that. Pièce de clavecin en concert. This is these are pieces for the harpsichord in concert by Jean-Philippe Rameau, a French Baroque composer. It's got Gustave Leonhardt on harpsichord, Nicolas Harnoncourt on the viola da gamba, which is, I think, another word for the cello. and Lars Frieden for the Baroque violin. This is a nice label, the Bach Guild, and does a lot of historical music. But these are typical Baroque pieces of from the Baroque era, and this is French music. Next we've got Beethoven's Piano Concertos number 2 and 4, played by Stephen Bishop. The orchestra is the BBC Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Colin Davis. And that's nice. All his piano concertos are great. He did 5 piano concertos, so the 5th one being the Emperor Concerto. Here's an interesting record. It's a little bit unclear whether it should go into a classical music section or perhaps maybe even a music for the theater, but it's the music of Kurt Weill. I was first introduced to the music of Kurt Weill through the Threepenny Opera, which was a famous theatrical work based on a story by Bertolt Brecht. And Kurt Weill did the music when he was still in Germany before he emigrated to the United States. And I really loved the music to that. So I saw this, and this is just the music without the lyrics of Kurt Weill. And it was played by this Peter Sandloff and his orchestra. And basically, it's got a lot of the music from the Threepenny Opera, Ballad of Mac the Knife, and Alabama Song. That the Doors covered that song. Kurt Weill was the one who wrote Alabama Song. And anyway, it's a really nice listen, actually, and just really nice to focus in on Kurt Weill's music. I like this little bit of artwork right here, by the way. So, nice little pickup I had there. Kind of a cool cover, too. Kurt Weill in Berlin. Leontine Price. We've got 2 scenes from Antony and Cleopatra by Samuel Barbara, and something called the Knoxville Summer of 1915, New Philharmonia Orchestra, Thomas Schipper's conductor. We've got Deutsche Grammophon label, Rossini Overtures, played by the Orpheus Chamber Orchestra, Barbara of Seville, and all these other Tancredi, the Turk in Italy, all these other things like that. So here's a picture of these players here, musicians. They almost look like singers, but it's a chamber orchestra. Nice record, and it's also a digital recording. And there's the back. Baroque music for recorders on Nonesuch. I've always liked the recorder because I kind of played it when I was a kid. But, you know, and one day I learned, hey, actually people wrote serious music for this instrument. I mean, I play other musical instruments now, but once in a while I break out the recorder and fool around with it, play a little ditty on it, but not often. But anyway, that's what this is. We've got a 2 record set here by Bach, J.S. Bach, The Art of the Fugue. It is played on the organ. And basically what The Art of the Fugue was that it was a musical theme that Bach elaborated on as he went, and kind of like variations on a theme, but he was exploring, you know, fugue and canon approaches to music and developing them like this. I don't know if that's the organ it was played on. It could have been. Anyway, it's got a great sound. These discs really sound great. It's really recorded well. Symphonies and Fanfares for the King's Supper. This just happens to be like music that was played for Louis XIV, King of France. He had music composed for everything that he did. He went to the bathroom, it was certain kind of a music that they played. He had dinner, they played music for his dinner. And So this is Symphonies and Fanfares for the King's Supper. Kind of an interesting period piece to listen to. I guess he listened to this music while he was digging into his royal dinner. And for the final record, we're going to look at this Barber, Bartók, Britten, and Respighi. Those are the composers. Music for strings performed by I Musici. And it's got this painting on the cover of some people. Looks like they're having some kind of a party over there. This looks like fun. And on the back, here's the liner notes. There's a picture of the musicians. Well, that just about does it for this video of records in my classical music vinyl collection. I will be doing some more videos from records from my collection shortly. In the meantime, enjoy your records and have fun listening to your music. I'll be doing more vinyl as well as CDs very soon. If you like this video, please press like and subscribe for future videos. Thanks a lot, take care, and see you next time.